guys, and welcome back to my channel. All right, so today I am going to come to the defense of my girl, Candace Owens. Well, she's not really my girl. In my head, she's my girl. Candace, if you're watching, friend me on Instagram. Anyways, I want to talk about a YouTube video that I watched today that was extremely disrespectful to my girl Candace. Now, I call her my girl because you know what? She is such an example of what a woman should be. She's strong, she's intelligent, she's beautiful, she's successful, she speaks her mind, but yet she still holds all the great values of what makes us women, even with all those things. So when I saw this video today, which I'm gonna show you some clips and we're gonna talk in between those clips, I was appalled. And I was like, you know what? This isn't about to happen. I'm gonna come to the defense of Candace because this should not be allowed. The people that talk like this about other women and successful women, okay, they will sit here and bow down and praise to pieces of trash like Cardi B, okay, call them iconic and call them a queen when they're not, okay? But when it comes to an educated woman like Candace speaking truth, they have a problem with it, okay? All that, support our Black women, support our Black people, support our Black leaders, all goes out the window because they don't agree with what she has to say. So let's get into first what Candace said that prompted this YouTube video by Jason Lee and his little group at Hollywood Unlocked. Now, don't get it twisted. I do not follow Jason Lee, but because I follow Candace Owens, YouTube recommended to me that I watch this video of Jason Lee slamming Candace, okay? So I watched it. So let's talk about first what Candace said, and then we'll dive into this little episode of Hollywood Unlocked with Jason Lee and whoever else the two other people are that are on the show with him. Okay, so follow along with me. The other day, Candace posted on her Instagram a picture of Harry Styles standing in a field wearing a couture dress, okay? Hip popped out, I mean, everything, okay? Looking hella feminine. And she posted the picture on her Instagram with this quote. She said, "There is no society that can survive without strong men. The East knows this. In the West, the steady feminization of our men at the same time that Marxism is being taught to our children is not a coincidence. It is an outright attack. Bring back manly men." So I agree with Candace on what she says here in this statement. Now, let me just preface, I could give a damn if a grown-ass man wants to wear a dress, okay? To each its own. Do what you want to do. That does not make me, it does not make Candace homophobic in the very least, okay? It just simply means that we don't agree with men, and especially publications like Vogue, which is where this photo actually showed up, I don't know, painting this in such a glamorous light, okay? Again, we have to go back to the fact that we need to teach our children, our little boys and our little girls to be just that, little boys and little girls, okay? That's how God made them. That's how we should encourage them to be, is to do the things that little boys and little girls like to do, okay? Now, there may be, some anomaly that happens where later on in life, a little boy grows up and, thinks that he wants to wear dresses and whatnot. Fine, do what you want to do in your own personal life, okay? But what Candace is saying is that it is no coincidence that society is putting this stuff out here more and more and more, and teaching our children and society in general to be accepting of it as if it's normal, okay? Which it's not normal for a boy to not want to dress like a boy or a girl to not want to dress like a girl. You might say,
well, define normal.
Okay, I'm not gonna do all that. Let's just go by what the Bible says, which is the book that I follow. Okay, you follow whatever book you wanna follow. It may be Vogue, I don't know. But I follow the Bible, okay? And the Bible clearly states the gender differences, okay? Again, I wanna make it very clear. to those of you that I'm friends with that are gay or that follow me that are gay. I'm not homophobic. I'm not saying that what you're doing is wrong. I'm just saying I don't agree with it being shoved down our throats so much, constantly, all the time, making it appear normal, okay? So let me play what they said on Hollywood Unlocked, and then let's kind of talk about it. Let's break it down piece by piece. Here's the first clip.
She said, there is no society that can survive without strong men. The East knows this. In the West, the steady feminization of our men at the same time that Marxism is being taught to our children is not a coincidence. It is an outright attack. Bring back the manly men. Now, I'm not as smart as you, Blue. What is Marxism?
Marxism is an excuse used by the GOP to act like we shouldn't be kind to others. She's using every word that she can think of, every jargon that she can think of to just say that she's homophobic and that she doesn't like anything that seems soft. She loves toxic masculinity, and I wish she would just say that she wants somebody to hem her up and throw her against the wall and have their way with her, because that's really what this is, right? She wants a caveman, a manly man. She better be careful. She might get the wrong manly man who will explain to her what Marxism is in a whole different kind of way.
So let's just stop right there. First of all, here's what you're dealing with. People who don't even know what Marxism is, okay? So they wouldn't know it if they saw it, which makes it extremely dangerous because you don't know that it's happening in front of your very eyes. You think this is just something as simple as a guy in a cute frilly dress, right? Second of all, the girl on the show, excuse me, I don't know her name, but said, Candace just wants to fight against anything feminine or soft. And no, that's not the case. Or she just wants a manly man. And what is a manly man? I mean, hello, who doesn't want a manly man? As a straight woman, which I'm assuming this girl is, I don't know if she is or isn't, you would think that as a straight woman, she would want a manly man, an alpha male, okay? That is normal, okay, to want a man who behaves like a man. Second of all, going back to the fact that they don't know what Marxism is, I don't remember verbatim what she said about how she defined Marxism, but basically in short, she says it was an excuse by the GOP to not be kind to one another. Well, sweetie, let me give you the exact definition of Marxism. The political and economic theories of Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, later developed by their followers to form the basis for their theory and practice of communism. Okay? Communism. There you go. Okay? It's not an excuse for the GOP to not be kind, whatever the hell that means. So let's continue on and we'll talk about it a little bit more.
I think Candace Owens is a troll. I don't even think she believes half the things that she says. I think there's a reason why Kanye West, when he's not well, loves her the most. She's not somebody I can take seriously.
Candace Owens is a troll, y'all. Hence why they're talking about her on Hollywood Unlocked, not the other way around. In fact, I'm not even sure Candace knows what Hollywood Unlocked is. But I did send her this clip in Instagram so she could check it out for herself. But I find it so funny that they're calling her a troll, okay? Yet they're worried about little comments that they say are insignificant that she makes and nobody listens to her. But they're big enough for them to talk about it on their show to bring viewers to their show. Just remember that.
She's not somebody I can take seriously. This whole manly man thing, what is a manly man? What does that mean? What does that mean exactly?
Well, do we have a picture?
See, society has gotten so jacked up with all of this messaging with guys in dresses and guys in lipstick and, like guys wearing makeup that they seriously do not even know what the definition of a manly man is. Okay? They don't even know. How about think back to the days of like Cary Grant and Gene Kelly, okay? When men wore, suits and ties and ascots and, shaved a clean face, okay? And smoked cigars and drank whiskey, okay? And worked a job, a manly job, using their hands, okay? They supported their women. They supported their family. They didn't leave their family. That's a man, sis, in case you didn't know. See, they don't even know anymore what a man is, which is why people are so confused, because when you start putting forth these images of men in dresses, you get confused and you lose sight of what a man is supposed to look like. Pay attention to that. Let's keep watching.
Let's
He's a
put that
beautiful
up.
boy.
This is the picture.
Oh,
Now
okay.
here's the deal.
Damage, behave.
Now,
Okay.
damage. Now,
Jason.
I have a problem with his hip being out. Number one, like I feel like he could have wore
It's the hip for me.
It's the hip for me.
It's the hip for me. He could have wore that dress. He could have wore the fuck out that dress. But Harry, why'd you have to put your hip out like that? That's the only question I got.
But
I have
look,
a
you know,
problem.
he is feeling empowered by
He put on that dress because he's empowered by strong women. So a man has to feel empowered by strong women, and to express that strength, he doesn't go out and dress like a man. He puts on a dress to exude strength. You see how messed up that is? Like, it doesn't even make sense. And like, the fact that they're sitting there nervously laughing about it, like it's funny, makes me extremely uncomfortable, because they don't even see the seriousness in all of this. They don't even see how damaging this is. Now, I'm about to play a clip right after this that's going to show you when one of them turns around and asks the other male host how he would feel if his son wanted to wear a dress. Okay, so stay tuned. Let's keep watching.
I have a question
for
for
real
you
though.
guys.
Let him do it.
I have a question. If your son, because Jaden Smith did it, and we did, and you know, like, what's the problem? If your
People
son
went crazy when he did it.
had
People
an
went
appreciation-
crazy.
I know, but
Well,
if
first
your
of
son-
all,
what?
it was Louis
I
Vuitton.
didn't mind.
It was Louis Vuitton.
Really?
What
That's
does that
okay. Well,
mean?
I'm not sure what that means, Jason. That's probably a level of gay speak that I don't fully comprehend. But I don't think Louis makes a difference. My thing is damage. If you had a child, right, a boy child, who
He
I
has
do have
a
a
boy
boy child. I do have
No,
a boy
but I don't-
child.
but I don't want to use your actual boy child. So we might
No,
want to just use
we have to speak in literal so that way we can
Okay,
really
fine.
feel this in our
If
heart.
Legend loved women's clothes, how would you, as a black man who knows that you've raised your child properly, how would you handle that?
Okay, so before he answers that question, I want to point out something very interesting that I found. So when she started to get into the question of asking him if this was his child, she initially posed it as, if you had a child. Okay, now this gentleman actually does have a son, okay, a real child, but she didn't feel comfortable posing this question to his actual son. No. She had to create a fake son to pose this question about. Why is that? Why is that? Because she didn't want to offend his real son. She didn't want him to actually connect to how he would really feel if his real son was in a dress. You pay attention to how these people think. They're sick in the head. And that is what's wrong with all of this. This is what this is creating. It's creating this alternate universe that they want to live in their head of let's just imagine you had a son, or let's just pretend. No, this is real life. Like, people's real sons are putting on dresses and parents don't know how to deal with it because this type of shit makes it seem okay. Okay? So let's keep watching and see what he says.
First, I would ask him, what is it that he loves about women's clothes? Like, explain it to me.
The fashion.
Because I like women's clothes too, and I love them on women. So I want to say, what inspires you so much to love it where you want to wear it? And I feel like at the end of the day, I'm going to be looking at him a little weird, but I don't think I don't know if I'm going to be the one buying him female clothes. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know. I'm like, hey man, I don't really know how to take this. I think it's going to start with the inspiration. This is me talking to him right here. Like, look, champ, check this out.
So see, this is the problem, okay? A real man, a real father, okay, wouldn't laugh his way through this conversation. He wouldn't say, gee, tell me, son, what is it that you like about wearing women's clothes? Because I like women's clothes, but I like them on women. What is it that you like about it, okay? This is the problem. You have a little son. It is not your job as a parent to ask your child what they think. Okay, they are a child. They cannot make decisions for themselves. That's why you are the parent and they are the child. You are there to guide them to where they need to go. Okay, so That is part of the problem. This gentleman right here is very nervous about having a conversation with his male son. And I guarantee you, okay, the day that he found out that his wife or his girlfriend was pregnant with his son, with his namesake, okay, that his first thought wasn't, oh, you know what, I would be okay with him if he wanted to wear a dress. No, most men are excited to have a son to carry on their name. And what carrying on their name means, they're able to reproduce and create more sons to carry on their name, okay? But if your son is wearing a dress, he's not going to be very appealing to women. Therefore, he's not going to be able to carry on your name, okay? So it's serious, you guys. This is what Candace is trying to get at. She's not just trying to make an attack on people and make an attack on their sexuality. She is making a bigger point. There's a bigger picture here, okay? That this is going to lend to the demise of our society. Like, literally, the demise of our society, the demise of our men, okay? So think about this in a big picture, not the way these simpletons are thinking about it. Let's keep watching.
And you know
But
what?
you wouldn't shame him, though, right?
Wait.
You wouldn't shame him.
Hell no. First of all, that's my son at the end of the day. I'm not going to post anything to be like, oh, my son is crazy. Why would he do this? Hey, look, that's something we got to figure out as a family first. I mean, kind of similar to what Dwayne Wade and their family did. I feel like they had a situation, they got in front of it to support, to fully support their child. And that's what it's all about. That's my kid. That's something that I created. That's something I love more than anything. So I don't care what he want to wear. He can wear a clown mask every day. If that's what he want to do, that's what makes him happy, then I got to ride with it.
So he made reference to Dwayne Wade and how they handled the situation with their child Zaya. And if you follow Dwayne Wade, okay, the way he handled it is Dwayne started wearing skirts, okay? So to make his son feel comfortable about transitioning into a woman at the age of 10 or however old he is, Dwayne Wade himself decided, I'm going to start wearing skirts. I'm going to start dressing more feminine. So he started to, bring himself down as a man a couple notches to make his son feel better about wanting to be a woman, rather than saying, no, son, for right now, you're going to dress like a boy, okay? You're going to do boy things. And when you get older, and if you want to make that decision for yourself, then go ahead and do that. But as a man, as a father, I'm not going to guide you down this path willingly, okay? Like we're just skipping through a field. And this notion of, oh, I'm going to support my child. And the way I'm going to support them is whatever they want to be, they can be. Okay? Anybody who knows like children or has been around children or has children knows that kids say the craziest things. I remember when my kids were little, my son thought, he was a dinosaur at one point. Okay. And he would walk around and run, like, knock everything over. Okay. Well, just because he thought he was a dinosaur didn't mean I was going to allow him to knock everything over in my house. No, I was like, okay, you're not a dinosaur. It's okay to pretend, make believe that you're a dinosaur, but you're not about to go through my house and knock things over like you're a T-Rex, because you're not a T-Rex. Okay. My daughter used to, like every little girl does, think, oh, like I'm a mermaid, and she would get in the bathtub and she would like lay down on her back. Okay, but mermaids also swim underwater and hold their breath for a long time. So are you going to allow your child to like drown themselves in the bathtub because you want to support them in their thoughts of becoming a mermaid? No. You draw the line between you're pretending to be a mermaid and you're not a mermaid are two different things. Okay? You're not going to allow them to put themselves in harm's way just for the sake of supporting them for what they want to be. And again, I use those two extreme situations. You have to get this extreme with these people. And at a young age, like the child development years, I think are, go all the way up to the age of like maybe 8 or 10, where their brains are really still fully forming and developing. And even into the teen years, their brain is really not done forming altogether. So it's your job as a parent to guide them, to tell them, what it is that they are. And, like they're a boy, they're a girl. This is how you have to behave. You know what I mean? Like my daughter, for instance, okay? I was telling her the other day, I'm like, you're a woman. I need you to, be in this kitchen. I need you to learn how to, cook more stuff, watch the stuff that I'm cooking, watch the way that I do things, because I am teaching her to be a good mother and a good wife and a good house, a keeper of the house. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that I'm teaching my daughter to be like some type of house slave or to bow down to her man and like let him hit her over the head with a club and drag her out by her ponytail. No, but there's certain things that it is, I believe, a woman's job to do in the home. Just like it's the man's job to go out and to support the family and, you know, take out the trash. Can I take out the trash in my house? Yes. Do I take out the trash in my house? Only if I absolutely need to. Okay. But otherwise, that is the job of the boys. Okay. That is how I run my household. And my kids have always been taught that way. So they don't question it. It doesn't seem weird to them because that's the way we teach it. Okay. So whatever information you give your child is what they're going to absorb and what they're going to do. Okay. The scary part is we have grown ass adults that are my age that I know didn't probably grow up like that. Okay. Or didn't grow up with like this real liberal, like fly by night mentality. Okay. They know better, but now they've allowed society to train them in a different way, you know? So that's really scary as well. Let's continue on with the interview because I've been talking a lot.
Now, I'll be honest with you. I've told Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union to their faces how much I admire what they've done in standing up for Zaya and how much they've, you know, promoted, equality and the defense of LGBTQ kids. I will say, even as a gay man, if I had a son and my son came to me wearing dresses, I would not want that for my child. I would definitely, because I know the bullying they're going to go through, and I know what I'm going to do at the end of the day. I'm going to roll up my sleeves and go beat them other kids' daddy's asses. So I don't want to put my kid out there like that. But I'll tell you this: if my kid was dead set on wearing a ball gown, he would have to be the baddest bitch at school. So I'd have to sit down. I'd have to sit down.
Louis. It's Louis.
I'd have to help him go pool. We'd have to go pull some shit. You know what I mean?
You got to teach him the hand on the hip too, Jason, because Harry Styles killed that. He committed.
Mm-hmm.
No shit. But I mean, I'm looking at Lil Nas X now. Like, what happened to her? She done got so gay out here in these streets.
I love Lil Nas X. Protect Lil Nas X at all costs. He's a national treasure.
Oh my God. Okay, so this interview is like all over the place. So the two men on this panel should be ashamed of themselves, okay? Like, I mean, obviously, I know Jason is gay. I know he's a gay man, okay? But how weird that the one gay guy on the panel wouldn't even encourage his son to wear a dress. I mean, it's weird and it's kind of like ironic at the same time. He wouldn't even encourage his son to wear a dress because he knows what they would be up against wearing a dress, okay? Yet they sit around and preach how accepting society should be. And it's so crazy to me that he actually reached out to Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union to congratulate them on the support of their son's transition into a woman, you know? But yet, you guys don't give that support to everybody. You only give support to the people that are like coming up with these like, you know, far left, like, you know, ideologies of wearing a dress and, you know, being whatever you want to be and doing whatever you want to do and free love and yada, yada, yada. And everybody's like free to do what they want to do. Okay. But then you're not as accepting as somebody like Candace who believes what she believes, which is basically rooted in the Bible. Okay. The way that God said we should all be. So I just find it so hypocritical, the way that they talk. And I sometimes wonder, like, do they go back and listen to themselves? Do they hear themselves the way I hear them talk or speak? Because if they did, I wonder if they would like hear how idiotic they sound and how much what they say makes no sense. Makes no sense. Okay, let's keep watching. I might fast forward through some of this because, you know.
Him from everybody, including Instagram, because he letting these white people put makeup all over him now, and that goes back to the feminization of black men that I will say that they do for clickbait or for press or whatever to let people do. I mean, like you set up with James Charles, who I think has been accused of racism and put makeup all over your black ass.
Okay, so he just made reference to how social media tries to feminize black men by putting makeup on them. Is that not the most hypocritical thing that you've ever heard? So It's okay for Harry Styles to put on a dress. It's okay for Dwayne Wade's son to want to transition to be a daughter, to be a girl, to be a woman. But now you're offended because the media tries to feminize black men, and that offends you. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Do you guys hear this? It's like, it's the same thing that Candace destroyed Cardi B on. Okay? They're so hypocritical. They're so hypocritical. And they're so critical of Candace and what she says. But at least what she says makes sense. Come on. Let's keep watching.
Wow.
Let me go back to the Ashy whore. Okay, so after she got dragged on social media, the Ashy whore doubled down and she tweeted this. We got this tweet. She said, "Since I'm trending, I'd like to clarify what I meant when I said bring back manly men. I meant bring back manly men. Terms like toxic masculinity were created by toxic females." Blue, you just used that word, by the way. Real women don't do fake feminism. Sorry, I'm not sorry.
So let me just first address the fact that another man called a black woman an ashy whore. Jason Lee, you should be ashamed of yourself, okay? There's no need to call a respectable black woman like Candace Owens an ashy whore. Like, where's the Me Too movement? Where's the Me Too movement? Okay? For guys like Jason Lee who want to talk negatively about women, hypocrites. That's what y'all are. Because y'all are going to laugh at what he said about Candace. That is disrespectful. It's one thing to disagree with somebody. It's one thing to disagree with somebody. But why do you have to stoop to the level of calling somebody a name, a whore? Why? Why? Because your point isn't good enough? Because the content on your crappy show isn't good enough, that you have to talk poorly about another woman like that to make yourself relevant? Seriously. Ridiculous. Well, Candace, let me tell you, Candace didn't get dragged on social media, Jason. Let me just clarify that, okay? Candace actually made a laughing stock out of all the crazy videos that she got sent of these over feminized men sending her videos of them like in dresses and acting dramatic and screaming. I mean, just acting crazy, okay? And she literally had a laugh at it, okay? Because it was like so insane that people go to this level to defend this type of stuff. So she didn't get dragged. If anything, she dragged everybody, okay? Real women don't do fake feminism. No, we don't. Real women, that is, okay? Some of you fake women, wannabe women, might do fake feminism, but we don't. We don't do that. I don't ever use the word toxic masculinity. I don't even know how to even define toxic masculinity. Anyways, so I'm going to play one last clip, but I'll summarize it afterwards and then we'll wrap up the video and we'll call it a day. But I just had to show you guys this. So here's the last clip and I'll be right back.
Well, I hope that Candace Owens has the gayest, most non-binary child known to man, and that they force her to have to deal with all of this in real life. Because I think she is talking shit because it's just a way for her to be relevant.
Even gayer than Lil Nas X?
I want her baby to literally fart glitter so that she will have to deal with this in her own home.
So the lady on the show, Blue, wished that Candace had the gayest son ever who farted glitter so that she could experience what she's talking about. Really? That's the liberal way to wish somebody's son be gay? Wow. Anyways, I've never seen such a display of low class in my life than I just did on this show. I will go ahead and post the link down below if you would like to watch the full interview. There's other things discussed, but you're not really missing anything. I pretty much played you all the relevant parts, but sometimes people want to go back and watch. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Do you think that it is enough is enough with this shit? Like, seriously, I mean, well, let's talk about two things. Let me know if you think enough is enough with this, you know, Vogue and social media, like putting out this image of feminist men out there as if it's a good thing, for our children to get confused about, you know, their sexuality. I don't personally agree with it. Again, what you do as an adult is your decision, and I fully will not judge that, okay? But I don't agree with it being put out on social media and being made popular and made cool to no longer be a man, okay? So that's the part that I disagree with. And what do you guys think about how they treated Candace in this interview? I think it's disgusting, and I hope that Candace goes and drags them on her social media similar to the way she did Cardi B, because after that, she really, I mean, Cardi B, talk about getting dragged. Cardi B got dragged, okay? But Jason Lee, you might be the next victim of Candace Owens, Queen Candace, okay? I stand behind Candace all the way, but let me know what you guys think in the comments box below. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and make sure that you turn on the notifications bell and click all so that you know when I go live or when I drop another video. And also, please do not forget to go onto my website at letstalkdarling.com and enter your email in there so we can stay in touch, and definitely check out my merch store because I've added some new merch in there, and I'll be back real soon with another video. Thank you guys so much and have a good one. Bye-bye.